Hi everyone, welcome to Docker series. This is in this section we are going to cover Docker concepts. So in my previous session or previous video, I covered these topics: why Docker, what is where Docker is exactly used in the DevOps, and what are the problems and what is the difference between a virtual machine and a Docker. So exactly we'll see what is a Docker in this section. So now as of now you know the what is virtualization. So to in order to run your any Linux environment or any operating system on top of your host OS, virtualization is enabled. Okay, when I say virtualization is enabled, please remember this point, while because this concept will cover in the next topic. I mean it will be a dependency for the next topic. Okay, we'll discuss about the containerization, then you will understand the more now. So today we'll see the Docker terminology. So in the Docker terminology, uh, when I cover this part, you will understand what is a Docker virtualization. Now you know 100%. Now Docker and Docker file and Docker image and Docker repository and containerization, these both are linked each other. Okay, so difference between containerization and okay, and these two each other. This is a Docker, is a software, right? So by using a Docker file, from the Docker file these two are related each other. That means from the Docker file you will get a Docker image. So remaining things are like a common terminology, we'll see this part. Okay, next, what is a Docker? Okay, till now we saw the difference between the virtual machine and Docker, right? Now exactly what is a Docker? When I say Docker is a tool, okay, which is used to automate the deployment of applications. While I explain the DevOps, where the exact Docker will come of the deployment. When I say deployment, as part of deployment everything is ready, right? If you without Docker also, someone say we are going to deploy your application. When I say deployment, what all the things are required, your whole application, as a developer what is using, the same replica is required as the production, right? If he is using like a Java to run and build management for the Maven, if he want to deploy a Tomcat, or if you want to do any Spring Boot or whatever, the application is running on the jar file. So what are the components are required, softwares, everything same replica is required in a production server also, right? So Docker come to the picture, he can automate the deployment of application in lightweight container. When I say lightweight container, if you say virtual machine, you need to buy a server, you need to allocate some space, you need to allocate for the RAM, CPU, everything you should take care. If you are using a Docker, you no need to do these whole things. In simple small container you can run your application. Then how it is happening, maybe you can surprise this one, right? How it is happening, I will explain you soon that one. Okay, so lightweight container, so applications can work efficiently in different environments. That means when I explain the problems about the developer and tester, now he won't face if he use the Docker. Why he won't face? Because of the Docker. Why? Because he is providing that concept he is giving, so there is no issue for everywhere, you can run from anywhere. Okay, and the Docker is introduced in 2013. Okay, that means till 2013 we are facing that issues, right? After the Docker we are able to free for everyone. And so when I say lightweight container, I said, right? So what exactly is doing is Docker will use host operating system. That means if you install any operating system, there is a kernel will be there, Windows kernel, a Linux kernel, or the Mac kernel. If you deploy any other operating system, what it will use, it will create the own kernel and it will deploy the own virtual machine. That way if you're using the virtual box, it will take the more memory. If you use a Docker, what will happen, it will use your host operating system, it will communicate with each other. The Docker engine is a top abstraction layer, I said. This is Abstraction layer is a Linux environment. Based on the Linux, they developed the Docker engine. So then how Docker engine is you working in your Windows? So to do that action, they are giving some tool Docker desktop for Windows. If you install here, so the Docker will be run on your Windows also. Okay, and from there your container will be run. So this is called a Docker. And Docker containers are very lightweight. When I say lightweight, it is very volatile. That means you whatever you want you can store. Once your work is done, if you exit your application, the container will be a stop. It's like a temporary. You can't see like a physically, you can say virtually only these containers also. Okay, next, Docker image. What is a Docker image? Now you know Docker is a tool, then Docker image is what? Okay, Docker image is a template with instructions which is used for creating container. That means it is one of the blueprint. It is a class. By using class you can create any number of objects. The same example is applicable here. Docker image is a template. By using the Docker image you can create any number of containers. When I say Docker image is nothing but a virtual box, that means a Ubuntu machine, a CentOS machine, as a MySQL database, as a Tomcat server. These are all the predefined Docker images already ready-made available. Okay, and a Docker image is built using a Docker file. Okay, and Docker image is ready-made available, I already explained. And Docker image is stored in a Docker hub or Docker registry, right? If it is already, when I say ready-made available, it should be available somewhere, right? So you need to go and you can access. There is a hub is there. Okay, if you want to do deployment, where you will do deployment? In the cloud platform, right? In the same way, Docker image, if you want to pull an image, means they have some cloud, they may say Docker hub or registry. Okay, when I say registry, we have two types again, public and the private. The same way like a Git, public repository and private repository, same way. Next, what is a container? Now you know Docker, now you know Docker image, now container. Here what I said, by using an image you can create the container. Okay, in exactly container what it will be there, that means your software package. When I say software package, all softwares will be there. That is one only, by using that package you can run your application. So this is the page, this is an Ubuntu image, this is an Alpine. When I say Alpine is very lightweight container, it's around 5 MB hardly. This is also a Linux machine. On top of your host you can run your Alpine also. Very lightweight, is very cheap and lightweight. 5 MB is nothing but nothing much, right? Ubuntu is around 200 MB. Alpine, on top of the Alpine they created the own Linux environments, Ubuntu, CentOS, everything. Okay, and Docker containers run on the same infrastructure and share operating system with its other containers. That means if you created 3 containers, the 3 containers will share your OS. Each application run in isolation. Isolation means like independent with each other, there is no interaction is required. This is called a Docker container. Next, a Docker registry. It's like a and service. This registry is providing the public and the private, and you can distribute your images to different types of users. And they have a own registry is called a Docker hub. That the website is hub.docker.com. This is the website. If you access, you can see all the Docker images. And by using this Docker image, if your image should be required here in this website, you need to push. If you need existing one, you need to pull. These are the user commands. And advantage, what is the advantage of Docker? Okay, when I say advantage, the first advantage is size. If you want to install your Ubuntu in your Windows OS, at least 2 GB it will be download, it will consume your internet and VirtualBox, and you need to run, time taking, right? But if you use the Docker, the size of the developing environment, it will be very easy. The size will be hardly 200 MB. okay. And Docker will use host operating system and container will run, and deploy the container anywhere. When I say Docker is, you can build and you can ship wherever you want, you can give ship and run anywhere. That means you can run the containers anywhere. That is called, this is one deployment is very easy configuration, okay. And the Docker containers are very lightweight, okay. When I say Docker image, if assume that, go ahead back one step back, if you create an EC2 instance, when I call as a Amazon AWS AMI Amazon machine image, this is also internally using a image concept only. When I say virtual box, we are using an ISO image. See, ISO image. AMI is nothing but Amazon machine image. Vagrant, this is also virtualization. If you want to create any virtual box, we have some advantage. Due to that advantage also, Docker is on top of that. We can call as a boxes, okay. Trusty 18, there is a Ubuntu, we can call as a Vagrant. And Docker images, finally, if you use a Docker, we can call as a Docker image. As of now, what is a Docker, what is a Docker image, okay, virtualization, and as of now these three. And Docker registry also, it's a public repository or private repository. The terminology slowly I'm covering each and everything, okay. And exactly what is the difference, an image and a container? What is an image, what is a container? Just read this concept. Image is a blueprint. By using blueprint, you can run the containers. So Java class, you can create any number of objects. Best example. Next, image is read only. By using the image, you can read. Container is a cow. Cow is nothing but not a real cow. Cow is nothing but a copy and write. That means you take the copy of Ubuntu, on top of that you can write whatever you want. That is the meaning. We cannot modify a Docker image. If you have a Ubuntu, you cannot modify that image, but by using that image you can create your own image, okay. If you give Ubuntu latest, Ubuntu 18.0.4, you can create one more version. By using, you can create your own Docker image. And we can create a Docker image by using a Docker file. I have a file, you have some commands, if you given, it will create your Docker image. The container is nothing but a virtual machine, already By using Docker images, we can push to Docker public repository. You can push either public, if you have access, you bought anything, you can push to your private also. Docker containers are completely volatile, okay. Completely volatile means, now this is like data will be a persistent, okay. You pull an image, you write some hello world, you exit application, that means application will be lost. That means you already exit, the container usage is done. That means it's very completely volatile, okay. And you need to use the pull and push commands. I will explain the syntax, how to run. No need to worry to understand. Container has edit access, okay. You can create a Docker image is nothing but you are modifying existing, not existing Docker image. On top of Docker image, you are creating your own image. That means you have access for the edit and you can delete also, okay. This is the difference between the Docker image and Docker container. This is the last section, components. As of now, you learn lot of terminology, right? Docker file, okay. Why Docker file? Now we'll question ourselves now, exactly why we need Docker file. When I say why means, you need a Docker image, you need a Docker file. By using Docker file, what it will be there exactly in Docker file? Some commands. Those commands, if you give this, you can create your Docker file. By using Docker file, you can create your Docker image. In the Docker image, what it will be there, okay. You can question yourself, why Docker image now? By using the Docker image, you can create your container, right? So inside the container, what it will be there? Why container now? That means in the container, your project, your software package is there. The project whole code is available inside a Docker image. By using the Docker image, you can create your container, okay. Can I create only one container? No, you can create any number of containers. Okay. Okay, you are running the container. Okay, now if your friend is asking, hey, please share me the code also, he said, no, not required, I will give you a Docker image. Okay, if he want to share in between with each other, who is the mediator? Docker Hub. Okay, in the Docker Hub you should create your own account. Okay, then only you can push to your Docker Hub. So if you want to push, means you need some credentials, right? So you can go and sign up, you can publish your Docker image to your Docker Hub. The uploading is happening in the Docker Hub. Okay, your friend is asked and you are both are friends each other, you okay, you push it to Docker Hub. Anyone can use that particular Docker image? Yes, everyone can use that Docker image who has a public repository. In the public repository, if you uploaded your project code, so those whole people public accessible, he can, this is one user can create, this is another user can create. So in this way they can create the container. So this is the concept of the Docker. So please try to understand the terminology. In the next section I will explain how to install the Docker in the Linux environment. We are going to follow the Linux. For that Windows, I will give you a proper link in the documentation. If you want to install as a Windows or Linux, either Mac, full documentation, if you follow the documentation, we can easily install the software also. Once you are good at, then we can start our the commands. Okay, please hit the subscribe button and click on bell icon to get more updates. Thank you guys.